Financial Turtle. Today, I'm going to piggyback a little bit on a video we did the other day about scam preparers and how they get you these huge returns when they're doing your returns without you realizing it. As you can see on the attachment, there was an actual return that another CPA put into one of our Facebook pages talking about how they saw a client recently last week who brought in their 2024 return, and they just wanted someone to look over it because they could not understand how this was the one year that they got a huge return compared to the other years. Of course, like I said in the other videos, when the preparer showed, all they needed to show was the very first page. The very first page, again, showed the client making around $57,000, which is too much money, as we all know, to get the earned income credit. So if your W-2 is $57,000, $60,000, something like that, and you're getting an earned income credit, you should know that's a red flag. But anyway, the person got around $57,000 on their W-2, but they still qualified for the earned income credit. The reason why, as I said, as you can see on the attachment, the person who did the return showed that they had a other income, which is the line that it goes on to, of minus $36,000, which then brought their AGI down to 19, which then put them in the position to be able to get the earned income credit and get a huge return because, again, you're only being taxed on the $19,000. Not just that, if you're head of household, you basically are paying no federal taxes because your standard deduction would wipe out the whole $19,000. So when the person asked, can you tell me about your business that showed the $36,000 loss? Of course, the person said, I have no clue what you're talking about. I do not have a business. Like the person said in the video, though, usually the people who do these type of returns, they do not put their information. It just says self-employed. But this person was brazen enough, I'll use that word, was brazen enough to go in and put their name, not their PTIN number, EIN number, CAF number, any of that things, but just their name. But again, no credentials, no e-file information, none of that information to be able to go back and get this person. Again, we are not making this up. If you are going out and seeing these people who fly-by-night tax preparers who only do taxes during tax season and claim they can get you these huge returns and get you all these advances, you would think that would be a red flag. But again, because times are tough for some people, they really and truly want to use these type of people because someone in the neighborhood is telling you that this person is the quote-unquote plug to get you these huge returns compared to the return that if you go to a tax professional, even going to H&R Block. I know people want to say H&R Block, Jackson Hewitt, and places like that are the wrong places to go. It's not really bad if all you have is W-2s. You're correct. If you're a legit business owner, legit own real estate, things like that, you're right. You need to go to a professional. But if you're somebody who just has W-2s, like the person in this case, going to H&R Block is absolutely fine. Because at the end of the day, because someone did the scam stuff that they did on this person's return, if this return gets audited, they'd be able to sue H&R Block. They'd be able to make H&R Block pay all the fees and all those things because they have the guarantee. This person does not have that on this return. And if you can see the second page of the attachment, they have the audacity to charge over $1,000 to do this return when it was just a simple W-2 return when the return was brought in. Again, watch the red flags. I know you want to get a huge return. I know you want to, be able to celebrate and spend all this money, and it's going to help you pay bills. It's going to help you do all these different types of things. But you have to ask yourself, is the risk worth the reward? A lot of times, as you can see in this situation, the reason why these people are getting you these huge returns is because they are scamming. And to be clear, I do have clients who have businesses and the businesses take a loss. I'm not trying to say that you can't have a business that did not take a loss. The point is, no one is going to come up and say they did a return with me and I have a whole bunch of losses on a business that they did not say that they had. I have to see your receipts. I have to see all your numbers in order for me to say, okay, you legitimately took losses on your business. Let's go ahead and file it. Again, make sure that you are dealing with somebody who is legal, legit, and competent when they're doing your returns. For more financial tips, follow the Financial Turtle.